We are live. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Dream Team. Hello, Miss Nick. How are you?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Jasper. Hi, Marie. I'm fantastic. We've just been chatting, actually. It's like I'm full of beans right now. I'm surrounded by love and community and joy and happiness, and I get to do what I want to do. So, yeah, I'm in a really good space. So, I'm sending all that love and that vibration energy out to everybody else, too.
That's so beautiful. It's lovely when you're in that space, isn't it? When you've got enough time to do what you want to do. And who have we got on? Oh, State of Bliss is on. Thanks for your dream, honey. And Jillian is on. And I'm sure there's others. I know Kylie can't come on today, but so wow, to me, it just feels like there's so much happening so quickly. It's like this synchronicities are just becoming very normal. And we had an amazing one yesterday. I was sitting out in my beautiful back area and this massive dragonfly flew in. Now, I've got a real affinity with dragonflies. And I've always said, when or if I leave this physical body, I'm going to come back as a dragonfly. And this massive dragonfly flew in. It was flying all around my plants. It flew around my head. It nearly landed on my shoulder. And because I noticed it because the cat looked up and was watching something, and it was a dragonfly. So I rang Kylie, and before I could say anything, she said, Marie, I've got a massive dragonfly sitting on my front gate, and it's been there for ages. And so we looked up the meaning of dragonfly, and we looked up through the Animal Magic book, and it was just incredible. It's everything we'd been talking about together like the day before, literally. So I knew it was a sign. I really got a strong message. This is a message, so look it up. And so that's the sort of thing that's been happening just out of the blue, and then it brings up a whole lot of other things that might need to be addressed, looked at, that shadow side or that trauma side, and it just cleared something that was quite massive. So that's what I've been up to. So how's everyone else going? We've got Marie's on. Hello, beautiful. Kim's on. Let us know what's been happening for everyone, how you've been feeling. Yeah, if you've had some beautiful signs from nature or from your dreams. And so this is why I put up the heading, does watching movies before sleeping affect our dreams? Because I really got hooked back. I hadn't been on Disney Plus for years because I went, I don't like what happened there. And then I went, I got the hit, Marie, go back on. And I did. And I've been watching all the Marvel movies in order, like all the extras. I looked up how to watch it all again. And I went, oh, my goodness, this is such a big message. It's just amazing. So I've been watching a bit of those before I go to sleep. And I watched some of the Australian Open tennis. I don't usually turn on my TV. And I went, oh, no, I just got a hit. I want to watch some of that. And then I think Seinfeld came up. And I went, oh, no, I don't like that. So I just turned it all off. I dreamt Seinfeld was in my dream that night. And so I thought, okay, is that simply using an aspect of Seinfeld for a message from me, or is it something that then has just gone into my consciousness and dribbled into my dreams? So I'm not quite sure yet. So I don't know if anyone else has been dreaming crazy. Oh, yeah, so Kim's been saying dreams are out of control. Yeah, I had some huge ones last night again as well. Lots of messages in them. So I'd love to know, what's been going on for everyone. Tell us.
Can I add something to that Seinfeld thing that you just what I actually got straight away when you said that? It's the fact that you had an aversion to that straight away when you went, no, turn it off. That was where the gold was, right then and there. It's like those triggers that we get given to present to us to force us to move through something. So yeah, often that's what I feel when I watch movies too. And while you're watching it, there'll be one thing that will trigger you while you're watching that movie. And when you're in a cinema, it's really hard because I always feel it with everybody in the room because they're getting like that as well when things are happening. And meanwhile, the story has continued on and they're still holding on to something at the same time by watching. There's a lot of that energy sits in a cinema. Takes me a while to decompress it.
That's really fascinating you say that, Nick, because interesting, because I'll set up a cinema before the movie starts. So I'll put up my goggles, I'll put up an energy field for me to get the most out of it for Marie, rather than it being even connected to everyone else.
Yes.
I think that makes it a lot easier because we are so empathic and we know what's going on. Yeah, it's just
really good advice, to do that.
So
yeah. I mean,
that.
I have a very small cinema I go to. Sometimes there'll only be 8 people in it. It'll be fantastic. But
Wow.
I really can read the people in the room as well while
Yeah.
I'm sitting watching it.
Yeah, no, it's different, isn't it, when you've only got such a beautiful small cinema. So, so what's happening for Marie? Let's have a look.
It was cold yesterday, a bit of rain, and I saw a hummingbird yesterday. It came and went through all the bushes and left. First one I've seen this year.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you actually get hummingbirds there, Marie. That's beautiful. So what does the hummingbird mean for you? Because Marie, I know the hummingbird is the warrior, the light warrior, in the actual Animal Magic book. So if we have a look,
Yes.
and take out some pointers maybe about the hummingbird, because I really feel nature is just so in sync
100%.
at the moment.
100%.
So despite its size, the Aztecs saw hummingbird as a warrior because of the way it fiercely defends its breeding and feeding territory against creatures much larger than itself. Aztecs believed fallen warriors became hummingbirds. So, so what it says, if you've chosen this card today, so let's say that hummingbird in nature was your card, Marie, and obviously if this resonates for others as well, you could be dealing with unwanted envy and jealousy, or feeling like you have to defend yourself against personal, professional, or spiritual attack. You may be feeling as though you need to defend what you love the most, or find the strength to be true to your personal belief system, principles, and values. So hummingbird helps you stay true to yourself and to speak your truth without fear. So its magic prevents you from feeling influenced or energetically impacted by what other people think, feel, and say. That's what I'm getting standing out for you for that message.
Yeah.
So I'd love to know, Marie, what you actually, when you tap into that, what you get for you. So,
and also that because she's written this, I always feel that when you write something, it's no different to speaking it because it's really concreting it. And you've written that it went through all the bushes and left. And that to me is going through, like, not worrying about everything else, what people are saying, etc. It's clearing all that out. It's going, I feel that with birds when they go through bushes. I feel like they're clearing something as they do it, particularly as you watch them. So I loved how you wrote that bit in there.
Yes. So yeah, and this is from Marie.
Oh, wow. I just got home today. I hadn't looked it up yet. I think they are amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, they are amazing. It's like, to me, like dragonflies are so amazing. So, yeah.
I had the same thing with dragonfly. I was sitting there chatting to a girlfriend, and I was talking about the dragonflies. I was just using that as, say, take, for example, the dragonfly type thing. We were chatting. And then she goes, Nick, look. And then we're right in front of us. Is this dragonfly that's just doing this? And I said, we've called them in. You know, we've definitely called them in. And for whatever reason, it's here for you, for maybe something different for me again. But to me, they're really all about the whole consciousness too, the dragonfly.
Absolutely. And look, I just opened straight up to it. And I have to read some of this because when I read this, I didn't even realize this. I often don't read the first part. I just read if you've chosen this card today.
Yeah.
But the dragonfly is a symbol of the dream state and the breaking down of illusion. Legend says dragonflies were once dragons whose iridescent scales became dragonfly wings. And I don't know about everyone else, but I know that dragon energy has definitely been coming up more and more and more on the planet, in our consciousness. And I've always worked and loved the dragons, but this just feels so relevant when, again, Carly and I were just talking about dragons the day before, gargoyles and dragons, and the dragons and gargoyles work together. So and that just blew me away. So, yeah, and it's all about finding inner peace through breaking down illusion and being able to step into a higher consciousness. It's gorgeous. So, yeah, so there you go. So isn't it interesting?
I had these in my hand, which are the dragon deck. Funny enough.
My
I'm just sitting around pulling the card out of it. So that's the earth dragon there. So I think while we're just talking about the dragons, I'll read that out. It says, clears your path and the land around you. Stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life.
Perfect. I love it. You know, and we are at the end of the year of the snake, aren't we? It doesn't kick in until like February, March, I think, the horse energy for Chinese. Yeah. And that's about clearing, and that's about releasing as much as we can in this time frame. So use it, go inside, ask for any aspects to come up that are an old trauma or a belief system or a block that we don't even know is there, and just help ourselves to clear. Just do it whenever it feels right. You don't have to push at all. So
No, exactly. And thank it, because it had a purpose. It had a reason for being here for us. I'm actually sensing that with all the visitors that I've been having. There's been a lot of that work being done in my house while they've been here, but really open. Everyone's really open to wanting to just let go of stuff and just find what it is that they're here to do. So it's lovely. Gillian said, in my dreams, I seem to get Black Panthers. Yeah.
It's funny, Gillian, because I'm up to the Marvel movie with the Black Panthers and that you wander magical sort of land. But Black Panther, I'll actually look that one up for you as well, because Panther is powerful. So, and I'd love to know what you feel it is as well, Gillian. Of course, put what you get from it. It's because it's always our own archetype that we need to get to know and understand as well, what the message is for us. So
very, very true, actually. Yeah, it can mean something completely different to what's written in a book. Or I would suggest to people, go with what you intuitively feel first, then go to the book and read and see if any of it sits with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Christina. Nice to see you.
Hi, Christina.
So Panther, the word that goes with Panther is lunar power. So the moon. And okay. Oh, this is interesting. So the Aztecs and Mayans worshipped Panther and practiced shamanic rituals to embody and integrate its power. That's exactly what they were doing in the movie, which is really interesting. The aim of which was to become half human and half panther. So Panther is said to unleash the Dark Mother and energetic influences of the feminine lunar force into our life. Panther's lesson is to walk with death, to allow the self for the lower I am to die a little each and every day. In this manner, we begin to live closer to our truth. Panther's gifts are beauty, grace, and silence. To own our personal power is to sit in absolute stillness and to refrain from causing an impact outside ourselves. So Panther, oh, here we go. This is resonating. Panther comes to us in the night and calls us in. To walk by her side is to know ourselves. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is a beautiful meaning, actually. And what a graceful animal. I think about that, to walk alongside us, to help us release that and do it in such a gentle way. But there's that strength in knowing. That's great.
That
beautiful.
Feminine.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a black panther in. I've probably had a black animal of some description, but never the panther.
Yes,
wow.
Yeah. So, and we will go back to the original dream that's up there, but Kim's popped something up, so we'll have a look at that.
Oh, last night, what does it mean when you were changing a kid's diaper? It was gross. So many kids around hugging me, and then a dog bit one.
Okay, interesting.
So let's have the children, not the diaper.
Yeah, the dog bit the children. Interesting. A diaper. It's obviously there's some poo that needs to be cleaned up. Something needs to be cleaned and changed. And if it's a child, is there something that you need to go in and have a look at that happened to you as a child that has then become part of your subconscious belief system? That's one way of looking at it, I guess. So, Nick, what are you getting around that?
Yeah, I was straight away getting with that. The kids' diapers. It's that inner child in you, and it's something that because we get so affected from a young age. At first, we come in with this pure, no filters, no nothing affects us. We're always neutral. We know how to jump back straight into being high frequency, and all of a sudden, the world that we live in erodes away. And I feel that that's what we're doing too. We're having to go back to when those situations happen to us, and you may or may not need to know what it was, but sometimes just bringing attention to it is enough to clear it. But also when you've got those kids hugging you, that's your self-love coming back in. It's like, like it's forgiving ourselves for what we've had to go through as well, and not, owning it, but also it's become a part of who we are. It's actually made us strong more than anything. And I actually feel the dog in this case, even though it bit one, to me, that's like that strength coming out rather than seeing it as a weakness. But it can have many meanings, of course, when something gets bitten.
So, and the dog, it can be the masculine aspect, So maybe it was from, a male authority figure or something that happened.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because in the Betty Bethard's book, The Diapers, it says, be gentle with yourself as you release old programs, which is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is, isn't it?
Yeah. So absolutely. What else? I was getting something else with that as well, but it's gone. It's okay. It'll come back to me if it needs to. So, all right. So thanks for sharing that. Yeah, they can be gross sometimes, but we remember them, don't we?
That's exactly right. And you can feel that feeling of grossness that you get. Like you obviously had that feeling in your dream. It's gross. Like I could get a dream changing a diaper and have no emotion attached to it whatsoever. It would just purely be me observing that situation. So perhaps that's emotional stuff that is being released for you as well. Because it's quite a heavy word, that one. Like it's a strong word.
But it was interesting actually what it was I was going to say. Creepy Dave put up, I happened to see it on Elise's channel this morning. He put up how there's only two important people in our life, and this really resonated with me. And it's not your partner, it's not your kids, it's not anyone. It's your 8-year-old self and your 80-year-old self. And how did they feel about how you live your life or have lived your life? And it's really beautiful. I would listen to that. It's really, really pertinent for what we're talking about here as well.
And so, I just saw on the bookshelf when you said that, I just saw the bookends, the 8 and the 80-year-old in the middle are all the books, all the stories playing out. Yeah.
And all the choices we make, whether to speak up, whether not to speak up. What courage have we got? How much have we pushed ourselves to have amazing experiences, and how much have we helped our heart to open and to shift, so much. Yeah. So I loved that. I went, oh, that so resonates. So thanks, Dave, for putting that up. I really liked it.
That's brilliant.
So, okay, where are we up to? Let me just see. Oh, okay. Yeah, Marie, yeah.
I felt like time kept shifting the last few days, multiple times each day. Did any of you feel that? Mm-hmm.
Totally. Some days I was going, is it Saturday? Is it Thursday? I have no idea. I don't even know where I'm meant to be. And I've had to keep putting things in my calendar because I'm just living in a whole nother realm of time that doesn't exist. Yeah. So it's been quite prominent. So Marie, you're not alone with that. Be interesting to see if anyone else has been feeling the same. It's just like, I don't know where I'm meant to be time-wise.
And in addition, things moving around, things disappearing, reappearing, the exact same spot that you knew you put them there and they're not there. And it's been happening to our visitors constantly, and we'd be looking for something, and then we know we've looked there. We both have, it's ridiculous because that's where we're sitting. We both looked, and then it just appears an hour or two later, and you just have nothing. There's nothing you can say.
I'm so grateful you said that. I've been going cray, going, I just put that down. How come it's not there? And I've lost my really beautiful bottle opener. And I was going, I just had that, and it's just not there. And it came in my dream last night. My bottle opener popped up in my dream last night. I went, there you are.
That's an interesting one. Wow.
I know. But other things as well. I put it down, and then I go, I just had it. This is just crazy. And then you find it, and then you go, oh, yeah. So I think that's that real, just the realm hopping and the whole shift in consciousness, and time is the illusion, Yeah,
and it is a bit frustrating, but I think we're meant to get frustrated with it because it helps us to step out of a comfort zone that we've been in, where we can only be in a box. And to make us start thinking differently. I quite like it now when it happens. It can be, but it is really frustrating. But if you tune into it, if it's really something you need to find, if you actually just sit in that stillness, and that's another good example of it, it pushes you into it, you'll get an image. And that image will find it for you.
Yeah. So I know I'll find it. It's just because it's already come to me in my dream. So I'm fine. So Kim, you were thinking about that.
Oh, how interesting. I was thinking about 8-year-old and 18-year-old me before.
Yeah, it's funny, so when those thoughts come up or when something happens, that's when I'd sit down and go in and go, all right, what message is there in here for me that I need to hear now, that I'm ready to hear now? Yeah. 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 So this is funny. Gillian.
I overheard a conversation and realised it was my husband's birthday in 2 days. I was floored. I thought New Year was only 3 days ago, not 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. It's all good. We're not alone. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
there's been all that talk, that narrative about this speeding up, that, you know, we have a certain time frame that, you know, like 2030, 2032, and which seems like eons away. And people say, oh, I'll be dead by then. Oh, you know, they go into this old way of thinking. But in actual fact, because things are speeding up, we're doing two things at the same time. We're bringing that timeline forward in a sense of that linear, and we're also moving closer towards it a lot quicker. So that's why I feel that we're in this time warp, because we're actually changing the reality very quickly now.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, the synchronicities, it's just become very normal, like incredible. What we would have thought of as, my gosh, that's just so crazy. Now it's like, oh yeah, this is making sense. So yeah. Hi, Kathy. Lovely to see you on. So, okay. So where are we up to? Let's just go back. This one's just come up. So Kim was saying probably for what we talked about.
Okay, so Gillian, in another dream, my mother led me into the forest and taught me nursery rhymes. Mum gave me silver coins. I could feel the presence of a black panther and my nana before I walked out of the forest.
Wow, interesting. And I think it was Gillian. No, it was State of Bliss that put those up. Okay, so Gillian, so you're sort of getting a bit of a melding there, aren't you, with your dream as well? So yeah,
you had a lot like that. That actually feels like there's some really strong, solid themes in there. In one dream, I walked away from my in-laws' circus. Then I met a girl outside a medieval castle taking a black panther for a walk on a lead. Whoa!
So and then so those two dreams, there's a lot going on there.
Isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like we are letting go of people that don't resonate with our frequency. So whether it's your in-laws or there's people, I feel we just can't be around them like we used to be able to tolerate it. Now it's almost like we might even get a physical sickness. It's like, oh, I can't be around this. And so you have to almost take yourself away. And sometimes it might feel like, you know, you might feel a bit isolated or whatever, but you're not. You're simply just discerning what it is that's right for you. And a medieval castle, well, what's medieval mean? So it's ancient, isn't it? It's something that's old. It could be lineage as well. And taking a black panther on a lead for a walk.
Yeah, I feel really cool. Yeah, and that's ancient wisdom coming back to you, because there's a lot of shifting that's going on in both these dreams. There's a lot of movement, a lot of activity, and you think of a circus too. My in-laws' circus, like the circus represents to me, it can be fun. It can be lots. Actually, has a great lot of meanings, but for me, I look at it and I actually see the chaos going on around me. And you can choose to sit back and actually just laugh and enjoy it for what it is. But it can actually mean that that chaos is there presenting itself to you. But because you've got the connection with that Black Panther walking on that lead, that's a calming influence. So it's sort of like, well, we're releasing all of that now. We're just letting it go. And it's happening a lot quicker than we realise too.
I agree. And it's the feminine as well. And I love how you said that your mum took you into the forest and was doing nursery rhymes, because the actual circus is about recapturing your childhood-like enjoyment of life. Also, your life is like a circus with too much going on, quantity but not quality. Learn to laugh at yourself, enjoy yourself and others. But I feel for you as well, this is about, again, it's almost like the theme here today is about the childlike, going back into those times. And nursery rhymes hold a lot of mystical power in them. They're not just rhymes.
Correct.
Yeah. So I feel that, again, that wisdom is coming through from the feminine side here for you. And the fact you got silver coins. I mean, well, silver's feminine as well. When you look at your lines of force, the gold is the masculine, silver's the yin. That's your feminine again. So there's a real message here for you, Gillian, around your femininity and that divine feminine that is we're all starting to really consciously embody more of. So I love that. It's really beautiful.
And I'm wondering, even the link to the coins there, I'm trying to see if there's anything here in the book specifically. There isn't. But, you know, when you've got coins, and think of the tarot, Marie. Like, what do coins represent in the tarot?
Pentacles. So they're what's really going on in life. Their value, they're often financial. Absolutely.
It's the tangible things, isn't it? So there must be some aspect
Things.
of it. So I've walked away from a lot of drama. My soul can't handle it. It has been drama free. It's just flowing. It is now comedy to me. That is all. I let it go and just go and cook supper. Yes.
Well
That's
done.
brilliant. Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. So, and I was just going to pop up this. I was actually going to do our state of bliss's dream now, because there's also a silver analogy in here as well.
Okay. So I was this is Kylie, right? Yeah.
No,
I was.
no.
I know. So I stayed bliss. So sorry. Beg your pardon. I was
Right,
amongst many people and telling them about silver. Some didn't have much to invest, so I sold them some of mine at the price they paid for it. I then went in to purchase more to replenish my pile, and they were pouring bars right there on site. Instead of silver, they poured gold into mine. Not sure what to think about that. Well, from what you just said, Marie, about the energy behind silver and gold, masculine and the feminine, there could be some messaging there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and the fact that you were being generous and you were giving away your gold at the price you paid for it, you know, the gold then that silver bar being replaced with a gold bar, you are getting that back from the universe multiple times, which is how it works. So, you know, is your general way of being with people very generous? Because then there's obviously something coming for you. I'm getting goosebumps now. There's something coming for you out of the blue that I think you won't expect. So yeah, so I'd be interested to know what happens for you. I'm going to pull some cards on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got that hit. Sorry, Josie got there. Oh. Okay.
Because the fact that we've been talking, I think we've had a lot of conversations, apart from chakras and bringing in light, but about the actual physicality of gold and silver.
Yes.
So I'm actually finding now it's coming into our awareness to be spoken about, because they're like conduits to get us. You know, it's that spiritual connection, and it's really strengthening right now for people.
Oh yeah. It's giving people hope, I think, as well. You know, it's so, you know, I mean, gold's going ballistic, silver's going ballistic in our pentacle reality.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it really is, and it is giving people a lot of hope and stability. If we've listened and acted on our messages we've internally got from source. So I'm just going to, that one's actually, I'm going to use this hand. Yeah, that one's hot. Okay, let's just go in here. So I'm just asking now for a state of bliss. Oh, how fantastic. Yeah, what the message is from that dream. There's two there. So I'm just going to, yeah, that one. Okay. Wow. Yeah, and I think it's that one. Sometimes when I'm divining these, it can be very subtle. The heat can be subtle, or the tingling can be subtle, and then other times it's just like ta-da. But it's been quite subtle today. I love this. Okay, so first card up. I'm just going to get rid of this so we can. First card up for you, state of bliss, is the Three of Cups. To me, this is an absolute celebration. It's emotional. It's really beautiful. Something's happened. And so I feel for you, this is a very, very positive dream. And the next one is the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is the foundation. And look at the gold. Look at the actual gold. The cups were gold. The pentacles are gold. But usually it can take a long time to set up such a strong foundation. So that Four of Pentacles, to me, is in place for you, because then you've got the Strength card. So whatever it's about, this is really positive for you. And it's about you tapping into that aspect of yourself. So, yeah, I don't know if you've got gold and silver in real life, but whoever you are and however you express and present yourself in life, it's very positive. So...
And that beautiful color, that golden color behind the back on the strength card, especially.
I know, it's magic, isn't it? It's so gold.
Yeah. And I did pull this card. It's just sitting here on my computer right here. Been sitting here looking at it the whole time, because I pull other cards, but I always feel I need one for the group, always for the group. And interesting enough, look at the colors in those. It's that gold and silver. And this is all about our group consciousness as well.
Oh. So, you know, I feel that there is a lot more balance coming through with masculine, feminine, and it's almost like we had to lead as females. I felt I had to lead a lot more with the masculine, whereas now it's like dropping back into that feminine and allowing the masculine to follow the intuitive aspect of that. So, so I love that card, Nick. That's really beautiful. Oh, my goodness. And then the Lovers card came up. So this is between ourselves. This can be with others. It's very much finding that beautiful balance between the feminine and masculine. So it's really just showing us what we've been talking about.
And if you look at those people, they're quite balanced. They've got that beautiful rainbow energy there in them. And because they're together as a group, as a sense of oneness, that's what we do, is we find our individual. That's why I say to people, if you do your inner work, what it's actually doing, it's rippling out to the group consciousness so that we strengthen. And then when we do that, we come together. And that's where that unity consciousness comes in. And when we all benefit individually and as a group. So I say, keep doing that inner work. Keep doing it until you feel you've released. You do what you're doing, because it's infinite. And so a state of bliss has said, that's lovely. I can't say that. I do try.
I do try, yeah.
To be generous, but it's been tough going to,
Yeah, and just trust, just have faith, and yes, and it's Sherry. Of course, it's Sherry. Yeah, thanks, Sherry. That's state of bliss. So,
and Kim, so Kim's written. Yeah, I thought those were parrots. They are parrots. They are parrots, and you're not going to believe it.
I thought they were human. I never saw them as parrots.
No, I actually thought the birds were parrots, but have a look.
Oh, yeah, okay, up. Yeah.
They're parrots in the background.
Oh, well spotted.
So there's a parrot message obviously in that, because the first card I pulled today to share was about the parrot spirit.
Parrot spirit. Watch your words. Yeah, impeccability.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, and I think that we're really understanding this concept now. So putting those two cards together, you can see the similarity of those colours for sure. Yeah,
that's amazing, isn't it? So what we're saying is very important. So the words we put out are creating a reality, and it can affect, the consciousness. So, and she thought she saw hummingbirds as well, but I
saw the hummingbird in there as well. I think there's one of them. Yeah, absolutely. One of them is a hummingbird.
Wow.
Because of the shape, they have that shape when they're flying, and it's sort of like, like if you look at it right there in that corner there, look at it. There it is. It is a hummingbird.
Oh my goodness, it is. Oh my God, how did you see that? That's crazy good. So obviously the message is there for whoever sees it.
Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that we brought that up too?
Just brilliant. That is so good. So this is interesting too from Jillian.
I love how you mentioned letting the feminine lead. I had a dream that I saw an ex-boyfriend, but he kept on shape-shifting between male and female.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
And that's, I think, the thing we have to remember. We don't have to be all feminine. We are meant to be balanced. And if we do tend to have more of a calling with the feminine, like we're female, but you have some females that can be more masculine. It doesn't matter. But it's a matter of what makes us feel balanced. Are we leading with that intuition and then allowing the masculine to come through and take action? Because guys as well, they have a feminine side. It's beautiful when a male has got that balance between the masculine and feminine. So interesting you saw that. Is that something, maybe that's something, Jillian, that you didn't recognize in him before? I'd really love to know actually what your thoughts on that are. Nick, what are you getting?
Yeah, I straight away saw that yin and yang symbol come through, which is, just remember that I feel like we're learning how to balance again. We're remembering how to bring that balance back on a daily basis. So if you, and it's interesting you said that about that too, because I straight away got sent to, we did a watercolor session with some people staying here, and one of them was a guy, and I said, well, you can hang out with my husband and do whatever. You can go forward driving, I don't know, whatever boys do, when they get together. And he said, no, I want to come too. I want to join that. And he was brilliant at it. And, and that's why I love watching. I was seeing, it was like I was seeing that shape shifting right in front of me of that male energy coming and stepping into that female energy thing. And it's just this, it was like it was moving in and moving out. And then he would say something that was very male. And then it would step back into this. We're playing with it right now, actually.
Yeah.
And that's that shape shifting. It's like we can be fluid. We don't have to be stuck in anything anymore. Always, but we're always aware of where we are within that fluidity.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. So, I mean, so that's really amazing. And I feel too, especially as a female, some of the traumas we've had as children has been that's been knocked out of us a little bit, as has the male, because the male's always been told to toughen up and this and that, and the females have always told just be quiet, don't do, so we weren't able to express. So there's still sometimes that trauma or restriction.
Yeah. So he wasn't my forever boyfriend, but he lifted my standards. Oh, I love him dearly for that. He felt like the male version of me. My next boyfriend became my husband.
How beautiful that you were seeing him for what he was, which is beautiful. So yeah, that's lovely.
And that you appreciated that aspect of him too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's really lovely. And can I ask if you're with your husband, does he have that aspect of feminine as well within him, and not just the masculine? That would be really nice to know as well, Gillian, if you want to share. So
yeah, good point.
Because I think as a female, we need to let men have that feminine aspect, and we can lead and show that by example, and then allow them to have that experience, and don't even make them be the masculine all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Especially now, I think it's really important that if we're feeling quite aligned and balanced within ourselves, that we can we're the ones holding that space for them.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily mean women, but if you're aware of getting the balance right by sitting with someone, it's just helping align them more too.
Absolutely. So let us know. Yeah. And Sherry's popped something up.
Right. I was researching Tonga and the art of tattoos and placing them on meridians, and had a dream about crop circles with similar patterns of tattoos. Oh, how cool is that?
I love this whole idea, this concept that you've tapped into. I really do. I love it. I'm going to ask the cards, but what's your feeling with it? Yeah. Let us know. So before I do that, I'll just put up to finish off with what Gillian and we were talking about.
My husband is all male and he's stubborn. He is also very laid back. There is a lot you can learn from men.
I love that.
They would be saying the same about us.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I don't understand women. I have to learn more about it. So true.
It's also good to have a little bit of that mystery there, because it makes us go within and search for something as well, rather than always just externalizing it.
I love it.
Sherry, I'd be interested, Sherry, what led you to researching Tonga?
Good question. I mean, because a lot of, I know in Thailand, they will often get a monk to do the tattoo and to be putting in an energy into the tattoo as it's being done. Because my friend's Thai and she's told me about that. And some of the famous people used to go to Thailand and get particular tattoos done to create more abundance with their work, movie work, or whatever it was that they wanted. So, yeah, interesting.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Because the Tonga culture is quite an amazing, and one of the girls that's been staying with me, very spiritually inclined, she has a Maori father, and so she's really connected to that aspect of that culture, and we've been talking a lot about the Pacific Islanders and the connections across through those waterways. It's interesting that maybe there's something actually coming out more and more about those areas as well.
Could be too. And I mean, some of the Maoris, they do their whole family lineage through the face, like they have the whole face tattoos done as well. So Sherry was researching Tonga and the where are we? Where is it? Hang on. Here we go. That's what I want to put up.
Oh, it feels like it could be with the earth grid lines, maybe positive or negative depending on intention. Here she goes. Okay. So she's explained a little bit more here. I got stranded in Bali during lockdown and couldn't see country. Was there for 5 months till I could get home. 5 months? Whoa! And dreaming of returning.
Well, Bali were tough. They were really tough with people coming in and out as well, I remember. And they kept it going for the longest, I think. They had very, very strict regulations how to get in as well to Bali. So, wow, that's a long time. So, yeah, so let's have a little look and just see if our cards can give us some insight as to the crop circles and what the intention of the crop circles are. Oh, you want to come out? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the Fool card straight up. So to me, this is actually creating an energy, yeah, and the way to do it is through the grid lines, because this is helping to bring it through a new consciousness. Let's just see what follows that, because that's fascinating. Oh, Ace of Pentacles, absolutely bringing in energy, consciousness through into our reality. Because that's absolutely what's going on. I can feel the energy as we're talking about it, actually. Yeah. So it is actually, it's like a tattoo to activate an aspect. Yeah, it's a strategy. 7 of Swords to me is a strategy. So it's helping to clear. The 5 is letting go. And the 2 is where they want things are to be balanced. I'm going to pull another one. I'm just getting the hit to pull one more. So I would say that, yeah, this has definitely been a strategy. Yep. Ace of Wands. We've got our yes.
Exactly.
Well, that is such a great question.
Yes.
And it makes us think, when we do things on the earth, when we build or when we do even plant trees or whatever, what's our intention? And intuitively, do we sort of feel for the right place for that to go? Because we are powerful. We are creators. So I think this is great, because it's brought more awareness to how I am going to actually even be more awake and aware when I'm doing anything with the earth. So, yes. And with intention. So yeah, it's really fascinating. I love this. This is such a great idea.
Because when you started pulling the cards, Marie, the wind just suddenly came up really strong. I was looking out there in a pot plant with a really big tree in it, and it just was the way it was moving. And then I just felt that, this is about moving energy around. This is us and learning. Because most of the dreams that I've been having this week, not anything concrete, nothing I could pinpoint. But what I was constantly getting on waking, like I'd have them, I'd wake up immediately and I'd go, well, how can I remember what this was about? Maybe because there's nothing solid in it, because things are shifting. It's about, and then what I did keep getting was, we're learning how to manipulate energy. The same message again and again. And so when that tree just moved, and in that strong wind, you pulled that ace card, and I could see that the wind behind on the edge, and it's energy moving. It's helping to move energy around by this gridding that's going on.
I love that. And see that synchronicity, that synchronicity coming through is just becoming so normal. And that's why I think it's important to share as well, to share with others what you're experiencing. So, and I'll just show you the cards that I pulled when you were saying that. Again, it's a wand, King of Wands, the creator. Taking action is creating. Ace of Cups. Doing it also with a beautiful full heart and intention of that love and peace and everything we want, and that we hold within us. And that helps change things. The Wheel of Fortune actually helps to move things. So, yeah. Amazing.
If you see the Tonga art, it resembles some crop circle patterns. Yeah, it does actually. Yeah. There's a lot of mandalas and things that are aspects of it. It's all connected anyway. It's just, and it's funny because before they left the other day, I was pulling some cards, or I was reading something, and in the book, and there was a picture. I know somebody had sent a photo to me. They're in Iceland. And I cannot think of the Maori name for them and I should, because I've got another Kiwi staying here at the moment as well. And they straight away told me what it was. But the tops of the building is a wooden structure. And if you go into the doorway, it's called, I almost had it then. And it's like a marae or something like that, where the top of the building crosses over and there's patterning on the timber on the outside. But this looked exactly like what was would have been in New Zealand, but it was in Iceland.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. There's ancient wisdom that would have been completely downloaded, completely worked with. Maybe there were beings that worked across, it was much more open back then, and there wasn't such crazy weather patterns and things going on.
Yeah.
I love that.
Can I ask you, can you tune into Jasper and see if he's got something to add to this? Because I feel this is a little bit bigger than just a dream, a specific dream.
Yeah. So around what you were getting with the Mariah and all of the
just the general grid line, shifting the energies around.
Sure. Okay, Jasper. So yeah, he gets what we're asking. So I'm just going to tune in and help him he can help me. So what I'm also getting is that they were picking up on the energy. You know how our beautiful Indigenous Aboriginals pick up on the song lines, the actual vibration of the grid lines. They were also picking up on the visual aspects of the grid lines. And that was a lot of what was being put around so that they could that would then hold for that area or for themselves. So it's almost like, it's what he's showing me. It's like, yes, it's from the ether, but it's also on the earth. So they actually tapped into that energy and did the grids and the dots, points, whatever it is they do through that knowing of it.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Jessie.
Yeah, thanks.
Really interesting. And that's why it would have been in different continents. But remember, people also have moved around a lot. There's been wipeouts and there's been restarts and all the rest of the stuff.
And it would have had to be constantly being done just to keep us here. Otherwise, this planet wouldn't exist. So it feels like off-world era assisting in healing the Earth grid.
And Sherry, I was getting that as well. And because then they're not directly interfering with us and our free will, they're actually simply helping the consciousness with the grid line. So I absolutely was getting that at the same time. And I just didn't say it so perfectly said. Well said. It's so true. And that's their way of being able to do that, without creating, whatever they feel then that they interfere with or create. They can do it that way.
And there's that information seeps in too to the narrative to everyday people.
Yeah,
I feel it's it makes a lot of sense.
They're helping to shift things through, definitely. Yeah. So that, and because a lot of the time, to me, the beings that are doing that, they've also helped to create Earth, so they have that right to still, I feel, be like an ongoing maintainer of Earth itself and the energetic grid lines.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's
Four of Wands. That's the house. This is keeping the house clean. It's a celebration. It's like, we're all in this together. So we're really just getting lovely confirmation. So, and some people can actually work with it and some don't. Four of Cups, some people, oh wow, I understand this, I want to work with this, it's something new, whatever. And some people just go, no, I'm not interested. So it just depends on who we are as to how much we resonate with all of this.
exactly.
So,
and that explains this card that I pulled this morning. It's me sitting here, and first thing I noticed, I'll show you that. The first thing I noticed was that structure, the geometry in that, and I thought that's going to come up today. There's something about the geometry that will come up.
wow,
and so that card's about wholeness.
Yeah, that wholeness, absolutely. And let me find that one. So that is the Pentagon, which is this one. So it's an hang on, let me just get it out. Icosahedron or dodeca? It's an icosahedron.
Icosahedron, yes.
Yeah. So, and that's water, which is interesting because the grid lines, water and grid lines obviously are going to be connected as well, but that's what the icosahedron looks like.
Exactly. And it is. It's like when that berry is ripe, it's ready for something new to come in. Like that's where we're ripened. We're getting this planet back into a beautiful state then I think about that Phil card, that something new is on the horizon as well for us. So
so both Sherry and
it does too with me, absolutely. Because then I thought there's something about that symbol. Meaning of the cards obviously important too, and because of that purple as well, that purple energy is sitting there. Wow.
So Oh, wow. Here we go. I love this. Synchronicity.
That's why
Oh,
I'm
hang on.
feeling.
Here we go. Kim, that was Kim. Sorry, I put up Kim's first.
Yeah, I drew a pentacle today, and the outside lines, the shape I saw in a meditation.
So we all get a similar message in different ways, and it's through sharing that
Correct.
then can sort of filter out. So it's so important. Don't be afraid of actually, people used to call me Mad Marie because I had all these crazy ideas and was tapping into things that I didn't care. It's really important that we just share and just know that you don't know how that might impact someone. And yeah,
And the fact
yes,
that the pentacle does have a geometric shape that, in the tarot deck, it's got that shape in it. It
it
is
does.
pentagon.
Yeah.
That's why I'm feeling I need to work with water again. Interesting, yeah.
So
Yeah,
there it is.
yeah.
Perfect.
Oh gosh, yeah. It's so bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's so
everything.
bizarre. Look at that. Pull that one up again, Marie. Pull a
Oh,
pentacle.
okay. Look at that. Amazing.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely that because that's our sacred architecture. That's how we were created. That's if you
Yeah.
look at the metatonic process through this, it's just and the water is playing a significant role. I totally feel into that too. I can't seem to
Well,
get out of that either.
that's how we're becoming more crystalline as well, is through the plasma, through our, the beautiful water and plasma within us. It's becoming more and more and more crystalline. So from that carbon, the bones carbon, we're actually becoming crystalline. So it's interesting. This is why often the crystal fairy will come up, like this one. She's amazing. So that is showing our electromagnetic field as our Merkaba, our electromagnetic field, our light body takes in more and more light and more consciousness. Of course, it goes into our actual physical being. And so we get activated into this beautiful crystalline body. We become an antenna, like not just for ourselves, but for the earth, for the grid lines. And the more we connect into the grid lines and we do that beautiful bringing them up and then releasing down through the ether into the grid lines, we're helping. We're doing our own crop circles, literally.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And as we work together doing it, like we're doing right now, this group. Last week on the show, I got a massive frequency input while we were talking. And I was like, whoa, it really, knocked me back a little bit. And when I got off the show, I said to my friend that was staying in the next room, I had during the show, it was really bizarre just coming in because we had a long conversation. And that particular day, there was a lot of energy coming in. And I feel that we were there to try to help integrate it. And she said, it's funny you say that, Nick. She said, and we worked it out, it was the exact same time because I looked at where it was and then she confirmed because she was doing a meditation at the same time. So she went back. So the two of us had that exact same experience in a room next door to each other where that energy was coming in. And so I'm feeling like when you said about that crystal energy, we're antennas, we're going to start to recognize this as we receive more and more. Yeah.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid of it. Just, bring it through and release it down through the Earth Star chakra and into the grid lines. It's part of who we are.
Yeah,
It's part of why we're here. So it's interesting because it's funny because it's really quiet around here, but I think there's a new older couple that have moved in behind and they're speaking another language. And I knew they were having an argument yesterday afternoon. I know, whatever, shut the door. And they just started again. And I went, no, not in my time. So I sent the gargoyle over there and I said, stop. They've stopped.
Good one. Well, we can do that.
We can do that. We create our reality.
Exactly. Enough. Exactly.
Yeah.
Always. Always. Yeah, and I'm getting the feeling that with all the cards that I did pull this morning, it's about that. It's just being, like we said, not only having an intention of how you speak and what you write, but it's also, remember, go back to the heart. It's always here. Always. Is it coming from here? If it is, well, it's probably got the right intention. And so you can do anything. If you're creating from the heart, the universe wants to give it to you because you're in harmony. You're in that right frequency. If you're creating from a distorted frequency from the mind, trying to make these decisions happen, it's not really going to work. That's why people say, but I've kept trying, I've kept doing it. Well, is it from here though?
Yeah, it's when we drop. It's when we drop in, surrender, go into surrender, and call on our beautiful divine presence to guide us. The mental plane, there's a lot of distortion, and a lot of it's been cleared, but there is a lot of distortion still in the mental plane. So just be mindful of that. So, and I'm not going to do a meditation today, but I am going to pull one of the cards because I feel I don't know, I'm getting told that this is really important for us to do. Of course it is. Really important for us to do this ourselves. And the one that's come up, believe it or not, is life purpose.
I knew it was going to be blue. I knew it was going to be blue.
Yeah. And I was getting told, no, you're not to run this. Everyone has to do this for themselves. So I'm going to read about it a little bit. And like I said, always remember to open your heart before you start that meditation, because a lot shifts through there, and a lot of wisdom comes in. And just trust yourselves. Just sit and ask your own divine being, what life purpose is there that my soul wants to experience? And it doesn't have to be huge. We're not saving the world. We're doing us, remember? Yes. So it's number 22, which is a master number as well. And let's have a look and see what it says. It's part of the throat chakra. Okay, so the throat chakra relates to listening, communication, life purpose, truth, being aligned to soul's purpose, expression, creativity, finding our voice, self-expression. It's done creativity twice. Okay, so let's have a look at 22. So this is life purpose, and I'll just hold it up again for you. You have called this card into your awareness today to highlight that it is perfect time for you to manifest your life purpose. It is our birthright to walk our path with purpose, and now is the time for you to manifest your path into reality. What is your life purpose, you may ask? If we are all sparks of the divine love of the universe, here to express love into reality, then it would make sense that your life purpose is to do what you love to do and share it with the world. We've been talking about sharing, haven't we? What brings you joy? Sometimes there is fear or resistance around your life purpose or what you love to do. Fears such as rejection, failure, not earning enough money, even a fear of success. Fear is a natural part of the process of stepping out of your comfort zone and is often created when you hold yourself back. If you are waiting for the fear to subside before you start to do what it is that you love, you could be waiting forever. There is a lot in the old saying, feel the fear and do it anyway. It is time for you to dance into your life purpose and to shine your light upon this world. When you listen to your heart and start to plant and water the seeds required to step forward onto your path, miracles happen. Unexpected doors open and opportunities you could never imagine come your way. When you decide to live your life purpose and walk your own path, the universe is there to meet you with an abundance of blessings. Pulling this card can also indicate that you are already walking your life path. It will not always be easy, though, so hold on, enjoy, and take the ride of your life. And the affirmation is, I am in divine alignment and living my life purpose. So interesting, isn't it? This came up and I was told I'm not to run this, we're to do this ourselves.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
So maybe even ask for a dream to help you do a meditation, maybe before sleep. Ask for a dream to help give you that insight, or I guess the confirmation that what you're doing and who you are is enough. Maybe it all depends. It's very individual. So that's our little home play for the week, because we don't do homework, we do home play. So I'd love to hear about it, and share it with us. So it'd be interesting to see.
And I also got, because I saw the colour before you pulled that card, and I think someone else wrote it down here too. Kim wrote it.
Yeah.
She said, I was seeing blue before. You guys aren't going to believe me. Oh yeah, I believe you, Kim. Completely.
I believe you. Yeah, absolutely.
Believe you. And so here on this blue, I've got a blue skirt on. That blue.
And I had to wear this blue. It's lighter, but the first thing that came into my head was this, and I went, what, maybe red? No, you got to wear this. So
blue, you just get blue. But I got that thing, download, hit, whatever it is, about you just have to think of blue, feel the blue, be blue, feel that blue in your body, and Yeah, because sometimes you think, oh, hang on, what have I got to do? I've got to do this. I've got to think of this. I've got to make this happen. I've got to breathe in. And sometimes it can just be as simple as bringing that feeling, that thought, that colour into your body. That's all. It'll do it. It'll run it through anyway. As you always say, run the white light through the body.
Yeah.
That's the one thing is my go-to, constant go-to all day, every day, because within the white light is the blue as well. And the body will know what to pull out. It's just that we're focusing on that blue at the moment. Because we can probably speed that energy up a bit more, create a higher frequency with it. Yeah.
I love it. It's perfect. So well done. Thanks, Nick, for adding that in for everyone else. And thanks so much for sharing, everybody. Because it can feel really vulnerable when we share and we think maybe we're a bit cray-cray. You're so not. And it's just beautiful because it often will help others and trigger others.
Yeah.
So just keep doing that. Keep sharing. Keep loving yourself. And just stay in bliss. You can create whatever it is you want in your life. Just know that. So there we go. And I think we're back on with Elisa tomorrow, and then Nick and I will be back next week. So have a beautiful week. Thank you.
And thank you, Marie. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's always wonderful. Love to you all.